I'm Cape Joel, and this is Comic Smack, your weekly, daily, all the time, anytime comic book show where I give you your fix of everything you need to know from the world of comic books and superheroes. And on today's show, we're taking a closer look at Action Comics 999. The Kent family is ready to take a major step in their personal lives, which is leading Superman to question some of his choices. What'll happen next? Well, let's hop on in together and find out. Alrighty then, so as the comic opens up, John Kent the Superboy is incredibly excited to finally be getting a visit from his grandfather, Lois's dad, General Sam Lane. This is huge because, well, it's never happened before. In fact, Superboy only met his granddad when he and his mom saved him from a military prison in the previous arc. And you know John is a moral, upstanding kid because he doesn't even bring up to his granddad all the back Christmas and birthday presents he owes him. Now while all this is going on, Superman is up in space dealing with a meteor threat that was brought to his attention by Star Labs. This turns out to be an Armageddon-level style threat, not a Deep Impact level style threat, which means Superman just can't punch it into pieces. He's going to have to take it apart piece by piece with his heat vision. It's either that or call Ben Affleck to come and deal with it, and I don't think that's going to be happening anytime soon. It's while taking apart the giant space rock that Clark discovers this meteor is made of a very interesting type of alien alloy, something very strong, something very resilient, and it gives him a great idea. Now back on Earth, the sweet reunion of father and daughter quickly turns sour as the topic of politics rolls around. Happens in every family, am I right? But I'm talking more about the politics of Superman. Lois and John, as you might have guessed, are pretty huge fans of Superman and all the good work he does for the world, while Sam Lane, on the other hand, is ever the paranoid human being. It also doesn't help that the last time Lois and Sam stopped talking to each other was after Lois wrote a big expose on a bunch of Black Ops missions that Sam Lane was running. Lois says that it was her duty as a journalist to make sure people knew what their government was doing, while Sam, on the other hand, feels America, fuck yeah! Now back at the Fortress of Solitude, Superman has decided to try and rectify a mistake he feels he's let go for way too long, and that is how he's been using the Phantom Zone. You'll recall in the previous arc he realized how messed up Lord Zod, General Zod's son, was for spending all those years in the twisted torture realm that is the Phantom Zone. He says that it was always meant as an imperfect solution to the problem of villains who were far too powerful to be taken to regular prison, like case in point, the cyborg Superman Hank Henshaw. Superman opines that Henshaw wasn't always bad, his mind was warped by tragedy and science, and maybe, just maybe, he could actually help him out instead of locking him up. Cause, I mean, you know, was that not basically what Mr. Oz was doing to all of his prisoners, and isn't Superman gonna at least try and be better than the dude who turned out to actually be his father? To work on rehabilitating Henshaw, Superman has created a brand new prison building out of that meteor metal from before. This means he can't break out. But he also uses some of the Kryptonian crystal tech so Henshaw can relive his happiest memories back when he was a human, if only for a little bit, in hopes that, you know, this will maybe make him see the error of his ways and make him see the light again. And speaking of seeing the light, that's exactly what Superman tries to do at home by getting his father-in-law and his wife to forgive each other and start fresh. If not for themselves, then for Jonathan, who could really use it at this point in his life. They'll not tell him about their super exploits, though. No. That is a conversation for another awkward family dinner. So that was Action Comics number 999, everybody, and overall I thought it was a pretty pleasant one and done that finally answered a question that I've been asking since this DC Rebirth run started, and that is, hey, how much does Sam know about his grandkid? It's also pretty interesting to see Superman address the use of the Phantom Zone as being cruel and unusual. I suppose for a guy who is as nice and as pure as the Man of Steel, his use of his own secret prison, which has always been described by its inmates as some sort of unbelievable hell, yeah, I guess maybe he could do with some updating to his policy. I don't know if any new writer is going to pick up with this idea and run with it, or if it's just something Jurgens really wanted to do. Either way, I thought it was clever. It's nice to see, too, they're getting all hyped for 1,000 issues, right down to John wearing a hat that just has the number 1,000 on it for some reason. Overall, I'd give this one a 7 out of 10. Enjoyable, but it didn't blow me away or nothing. So that's Action Comics, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it, and as always, be sure to take a closer look at some of the other books I've been working on. Then you can follow me on Twitter and Facebook at Cape Joel, so you always know what I'm up to next. And hey, if you like what I do and are feeling in a supportive mood, please check out my Patreon link down in the description. Patrons get exclusive access to videos and content before anyone else, and you can do so for as little as $1 a month. That's only $12 a year. So until next time, everyone, this has been Cape Cape Joel. Thank you so much for watching and listening, and I'll see you all again later. Bye-bye.